Hey everyone, it's Brianna Trusty, your very trusty source, and I'm back with season 2. If you're new here, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, and if you've been here before, make sure notifications are turned on, because trust me, you won't want to miss a second. To kick off season 2, I sat down with Alexis Warr Burton, who won season 17 of So You Think You Can Dance, and then joined Dancing with the Stars for their 31st season as a dance troupe member. We talked about everything from moments on So You Think You Can Dance that she wishes fans saw, to her pre-live show routine, to her potential next big move. All of that and more, and it starts right now.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Just barely moved to LA, so just adjusting to the new life, new everything. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you for sitting down with me today amid your very busy schedule.
Oh, no problem. No, thanks for having me.
Of course. Well, almost 1 month ago to the day, you won So You Think You Can Dance. I mean, I'm sure things have calmed down a little bit now, but how are you settling into the title of America's favorite dancer?
Oh my gosh. Wait, it's been a month?
It's been almost a month.
Jeez, time is so weird for me right now. Like part of it feels like a lifetime ago, but also I still haven't like processed it or taken it. Like it still feels surreal to me, like to like say that like I won So You Think You Could Dance. Like I just never thought that sentence would roll off my tongue. And so now, like even a month in, I'm still shocked and I'm still like settling it in. It still just feels so crazy. And then yeah, now to jump onto Dancing with the Stars right away, I'm just like, what is my life right now? Like, this is insane. Like, all my childhood dreams are coming true, and I just feel like so overwhelmed with like gratitude and shock still to like it also feels like a lifetime ago too, like trying to like going back thinking of the finale. I'm like, holy crap, what was that, like 5 years ago? Like just time is really funny to me right now.
Yeah, I mean, it was a wild ride for the whole of season 17, and viewers surely enjoyed watching you as America's favorite dancer. But at one point, it was kind of up in the air whether the season was even going to happen or not. And I know that you had considered submitting a couple times before you actually did, and then the pandemic happened. Did you ever think in that kind of interim period that, hey, like if the show doesn't happen, I might have missed my chance?
Oh, absolutely. I went to submit for season 15 and 16 because I watched So You Think is when I was like, since I was 6, like constantly dreaming of like, how cool would it be to be on that show? And even when I trained and I was a cross-trained dancer, and I always had that in my mind of like, almost like preparing myself to do So You Think in a way. So it was always in like the back burner, back of my mind growing up. And then I came of age to do it and I nearly submitted, but then I think my own like fears and insecurities just got in the way of me, because when I was at my studio, we were on a ballroom competing team and we did America's Got Talent in the World of Dance. So I did do like a TV show before, but it was always a part of a group setting. And so this would have been the first time where it's like, it's just me. And I was just so scared of, I don't know, like failing in a way, like of rejection, of just not being accepted and getting turned down. Like it just really scared me. And also it scared me to open up about just myself and my life, my story, and like the why of my dancing, which is my mom. And I didn't feel ready to open that up. And I knew that when I did, I wanted to, because I knew that it could potentially help others. And it's my story and it's my why and just my whole life of why. And anyway, so bottom line, that crept in. So I didn't end up hitting that submit button. Next year, exact same thing. It was time of the submissions. I was reaching out being like, you should audition for So You Think. I'm like, yeah, this is the year, I'm gonna do it. filled out the whole entire application process, which is no joke.
Yeah.
The application process is so long, so much detail, just so much. I filled it all out and I was literally ready to hit that submit button. And then the exact same fear and insecurity crept in of like, I'm not good enough. I'm not ready yet. And and yeah, and then COVID year happened, so 2020, and I'm like, this is the year, this is it. Like, I don't think I ever will be ready. I just have to go for it. And I feel like I was finally getting over that. And then they announced that they didn't do it. And I cried. I was shattered because you just see like a dream of yours just fly away. And I'm just like, no. Like, oh, I was so heartbroken. But I just kept, working on myself, working on my dancing, building my connections, and just still dancing and just living my life. I was doing tours and just trying to really gain all that experience and the knowledge from all those people that I was working with. And then announced that they are coming back. And oh my gosh, I never filled out the application so quick. but then I almost didn't hit it again. I'm just like, am I ready? I'm like, just screw it. Let's just see what happens. Hit the submit button. And it's just crazy to think that like that one click completely changed my life.
Yeah.
And it's
right for you.
Yeah.
It wasn't meant to be those other couple times, but you did hit that button, you did go for it. And I mean, America's favorite dancer, making history as the first ballroom dancer to win the show. And I know you were very vocal about the fact that it was important to you to kind of represent the ballroom community, and you absolutely did. During your journey, did you get any messages from fellow ballroom dancers that kind of like resonated with you as you were going and representing?
I did, actually, and it meant the world to me. Well, first off, just like all the jobs that I did before leading up to this, like my connections there, they were so supportive, and I feel like they helped me along this journey, and I was meant to do all those stuff with them and learn from them and take it into that. So they would message me and just tell me like how proud they were of me. And I'd have other ballroom dancers being like DM me and just send me the sweetest messages. And then also my homegirl Camilla, so she made the top 24. So she was kind of like, we had to put like head to head, like all that stuff. So she was kind of like by my side. And when she got eliminated, it was like gut punching because we wanted to try to make it together. But she just gave me the sweetest message of like, go represent ballroom and go like crush this. And so I really kind of kept that in mind as I went on, because there was the whole like past of like a ballroom curse. And I'm just like, I want to break this freaking ballroom curse. And I just wanted to really represent ballroom in the way that just showed people a new idea of ballroom in a way, because a lot of the times like we're thought of to just be like, this fierce and sassy, like alter ego and just like, like, all in your face and just fierce, and I wanted to show the different layers that ballroom dancers can like strip back on, and the different emotions that we can feel. Like we can get gritty if we need to, like we can get vulnerable and passionate and sad and joyous, happy. And I really wanted to represent that side of ballroom, that there's just so much more behind it. And like, behind ballroom, there's real genuine human beings. And I just really wanted to represent them in a way, because I was inspired by those past ballroom dancers who showed me that and who kind of treaded that path. And so I wanted to really just go on and just show that and just show a different side of ballroom.
Yeah. Well, you definitely did that this past season. There was so much to see, but there's so much I'm sure the cameras didn't capture as well, because you guys are just going. Are there any moments that the cameras didn't capture that you wish fans had been able to see?
Oh, well, I feel, oh, that's a good question. Honestly, I wish that they just saw more of like the rehearsal behind the scene process, because we were really put through the ringer in so many ways. And the show time was different. Usually in the past seasons, they have a full week to prepare whatever routines they were doing. We only had a turnaround time of 4 days, 2 days of rehearsal, which in total we have like 4 hours to learn and perfect. And then we go straight into dry blocking day, where we, get it on the stage and see how it works. And then it's already show day. And some weeks we had 3, the finale we had 5. And the rehearsal process was really raw and like gruesome in that way. And so I wish that they could kind of see that side of it too, kind of the whole, there's this imagery, like symbol thing. It's like of a glacier. And it's like at the top, you see like a little bit of the glacier, and that's like kind of what they see, like the show side. But then at the bottom, it's like a huge amount of glacier. And that's like what people don't see. And I feel like that was the show to a T. Yeah. Like, they saw a little bit of the rehearsals and a little bit of when we were, raw and vulnerable. But there's also just so much more behind the scene that, I don't know, I wish they could create like a reality show, like So You Think You Can Dance behind the scenes. Like, that could be interesting. But yeah, and then also I wish that they, like us top 12, we had the best time together as well. And our connection and our like family bond was so strong. So I also wish that they could show like how we all acted together behind scenes. And yeah, I'd say more of just that behind the scenes stuff of just how we took everything, reacted, and got through the show.
And you guys got through it, and you put on quite a show the entire season, and fans absolutely loved it. And I mean, you gained a ton of fans over the course of the show each week. Like you said, you're not a newbie to the world of reality dance competitions, having been on America's Got Talent and World of Dance. Do you think that those experiences prepared you at all for So You Think You Can Dance?
Oh, absolutely. I feel like every experience I had in my life prepared me in some way and taught me certain things. So I obviously knew kind of like about a camera. I was sort of familiar with it, but I was also so young. So there was like so much things that I didn't really understand. But I think it definitely prepared me in that way. And oh no, I feel like it also prepared me in the sense of being independent, even though it was like a group show. It's like I took little lessons here and there that I learned from there into it, but it was also scary because those experiences were beautiful, but they were also super hard. And so it also scared me in a way too. Yeah. Like it was just kind of a little bit intimidating. Like reality TV is a little intimidating to be honest. And I just wanted to make sure that, I was 100% me and, committed to who I was, and that I was also like willing to just be 100% vulnerable with whatever they asked me and whatever dance I was given that week and whatever story I had to tap into. And so I definitely feel like it helped me on the TV side of it, but I do feel like all my experiences kind of like fed into this whole package, if that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And kind of still going off of reality TV competitions, congratulations on joining the dance troupe for Dancing with the Stars season 31. So exciting.
I can't believe it. Oh my gosh. I got the call and I was screaming. Like literally, the casting director, I'm like, ah! Just like a little girl on Christmas. It's so nuts to me because like I said before, like, So You Think You Can Dance and Dancing with the Stars have been my biggest goals as a dancer and in my career. And it's so wild to me that like, not only did I achieve my first goal, like I won the show, which I was not even expecting going into. Like I was literally going into the show being like, we're going to take this week by week. We're going to have fun. Like the thought of winning it, like did not cross my mind. And so the fact that it happened, I was just shocked. And then to be booked on my other dream show, I have been so emotional and just like, what is life? Like, it's just so crazy. And it just motivates me more to, keep wanting to push and keep wanting to chase my dreams, because And that's kind of like my message I want to have is like, it's so worth it to chase your dreams. Like, So You Think, that's been a dream that's been, how many years? Like, let's say 7, 8, 9. Wait, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 16 years in the making.
Goodness.
A dream that has been 16 years in the making.
Wow.
And it finally happened. And so, I've gone through a lot of, mountains along the way, a lot of hills to climb, and, a lot of obstacles to face, whether it was, just my inner battles, my inner demons, whether it was, I went through like a tough bullying situation. And then also like, with my mom's health and trying to, navigate, cope with that, and, wanting to make her and my parents so proud because of the sacrifices they made for me. And, it just means the world to me. And all of those taught me so much. And, there was a lot of times I did want to give up on my dream, thinking it was not worth it, but there was a part of me that kept fighting and kept pushing for it. And now to have it, it's like, I want to be that voice of like, to never give up on your dreams, and that like you are good enough, like no matter what, you always have been, you always will be, and to like find that belief in yourself because it's so possible. And I can finally say like, I did it. Like it's been a long journey to get there, but a lot of little scars, but it's so worth it. And I'm so excited. And, to have my best friend, my husband, Jake, along with me, it just makes it so much more special. And like, if you would have asked me last year where my life would have been, I would not have expected it being, I won So You Think You Could Dance, I'm on Dancing Stars, and I just moved to LA. Like, it's just crazy to see like what time can do.
Yeah.
And I think that's me. Like, I'm just still so shocked by it all. And I don't know if it'll ever fully sink in, but I'm along for the ride, and I'm just super, super excited for where this will go. And I'm excited to get inspired, and I'm excited to be on troupe, and I'm on troupe with my best friends, like Ezra, Katerina, and D'Angelo. Like, we get along so well, and I'm so excited to do that with them. Troupe is going to have a little bit more of a role this year. We're going to be doing a lot more things, and so I'm excited to that. I'm excited to interact with the pros and learn from them, and it's very exciting.
And like you were saying, you had that dream, but there's also that drive behind it as well. You've been working for this all these years, and even you're not a Dancing with the Stars family newbie completely. You were on tour
Yes.
last year, and so you've kind of been a little bit in the swing of things. So just preparing, how does it differ preparing for tour as opposed to now you're preparing for the actual show?
Oh, they're both hard in their different ways. For the tour, I was a female swing, so I had to learn all the girls' tracks. And so for me, it was trying to just prepare my brain to like be empty enough to gather all that information. So I was trying to do a lot of like mental work just to be like, okay, a lot of info coming in, like, and this was the first time a swing fully traveled with them. And I was literally a part of their tour, and I ended up doing a lot more shows than I thought, and like fully stepping in for someone. And I think for me, preparing for that was more just like trying to make sure I was grounded, because it was a lot of like unhumane like things coming into my brain. Like, I'm just like, this is like, whew, okay. And I have a whole new respect for swings. Oh my gosh. Like it was just a lot to take in. So I think I was trying to prepare myself more like mentally for that, and just really try to understand like, okay, what is the task, and trying to do that. Preparing for this season, I do bring like similar aspect of that. Like, I just want to make sure I'm in a good mental space, so that way I can fully bring my best and fully take in any sudden changes or whatnot, and kind of be flexible and open to that. And so I think it's similar, preparing me mentally for both of them. And I mean, it's kind of different shows, because it's not really like I'm learning people's tracks that I will do on repeat. Like, every week is going to be different here, and we're going to be doing all sorts of routines. And so I'm also trying to work on my creative side as well, because I'll be choreographing a lot of our routines, like the troupe, we usually always choreograph it ourselves. And so I also am trying to, channel into my creative choreographer and just try to get inspired from that.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm also just planning to, go with the flow and just see what happens. And just, every day I go into rehearsals, just come in with an open heart and just be willing to take whatever comes at me. Because with these shows, it's like, you can't really plan for anything because you don't know what to expect. And it's the same for So You Think, of preparing myself in that way. I'm like, I have no idea what to expect. So my thought is just to go in there like 100% willing to take in everything and to 100% show up my best and try to give my best with each situation and just be okay with the unknown. I think that's been like my biggest struggle, is because I like to plan, I like to know what's going on. And so it's being okay with not knowing what's going on exactly and like ready to like roll with the punches, I guess.
Okay. Well, being willing to roll with the punches, I'm sure there is some degree of preparation going in. So like in terms of like the day before the show, the day of the live shows, how are you getting ready? How do you kind of prepare yourself? What's your routine?
My routine. I think like I like to start my mornings off like with a specific routine, no matter like how crazy my day changes. It's like, I know that's consistent. So like, like waking up, like maybe taking a shower, washing my face, brush my teeth, get breakfast and have my drink. And I like to try to have like that kind of consistent. So that way, like I wake up and there is a sense of consistency, but also like getting ready for it. It's all about for me just being in a good headspace. Like no matter what that is on So You Think, like my ritual that like I always did was like whenever I'd get ready, I would drink a Celsius. That's like my favorite energy drink. I drink a Celsius and I would listen to, it's called the band Camino. And I would just listen to their songs. And every day, that was always my thing. Just listen to their songs, get ready, drink a Celsius, and like just start to get in that like hyped up headspace. And I feel like that really helped me. And so I'll just try to like, just keep taking that as well. And just, start my day off on a nice, fun, positive note. And then, after that, okay, I'm going to take whatever comes at me. Let's go. We're geared up. I even have my Celsius right now. Like I'm addicted.
That's amazing. They need to sponsor you or something.
Please, Celsius, come out. Come at me. I'm here.
Is there a hype song in particular from the group you were listening to, or just kind of putting them on shuffle?
Just they're my hype.
Okay.
Just all their songs. Like I just like all their songs. I don't know. I think it's just like, it's not with music. I don't really like to listen to songs that I would dance to, if that makes sense. So like for them, they're a little bit more, they give like Lainey meets Blink 180. Is it 185? 182? 182. I'm like, oh no. But it kind of is like a mixture of that. And so I'm like, I wouldn't really dance to that. So I'm like, I like to do it just because it's like refreshing. And also like, I love to listen to country music because I don't usually dance to country music. So it's just a nice little like switch for the brain that's just refreshing. And so I think just any of those like genres, like I don't specifically have a favorite song, but I do like country and I do like the band Camino.
Nice. Well, just recently the pairings were announced for season 31. Are there any pairings in particular that you're like really excited to see hit the dance floor?
Honestly, I'm so excited for all of them. And I'm really curious to just know how it's going to go. And because I feel like all the celebs are great and I really love the pairings. And I feel like something magical can really happen with each one in a different way. And they bring something really unique and just really great to the show. So I'm really excited. If I had to choose, I am a Bachelor fan. So I'm really excited for Gabby and Val. Just because like the Bachelor and the Bachelorette is like my guilty pleasure. And so I'm super excited for that. I'm really excited for Shangela. I feel like, I'm really excited for Shangela and Jet and Gleb. I just want to name them all now, honestly. I'm really just excited for all of them.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to like, if I'm on the sidelines, I don't know what I'll be doing, but just cheer them on and just see them crush it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, if you were on the other side, who would be your dream celebrity dance partner?
Oh, that's so hard. Wait, out of the contestants here? Oh, anyone. Oh, Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber, well, because I feel like great personality, he can dance. Also Zac Efron, because he can dance, but then also has like, just, you know, my childhood crushes here. I honestly just think they would kill it. Yeah. I think they would, and I think like we would have a good time. So I think those two would be my dream celebrity partner.
Okay. And is that something you're potentially eyeing? Like, there have been a lot of troupe members who eventually have gone on to be pros on the show. Is that something you'd like to do potentially?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And I'm honestly just like willing to just, you know, I'm excited to be troupe and, you know, kind of learn this and do that. But absolutely, I would love to be a pro one day and be able to experience that part of it.
Absolutely. So you've had a lot thrown at you in the past like month in terms of winning You Can Dance, joining. You said you moved to LA. How is that? Are you settling in okay?
I'm settling. We're getting there. I think it's just like, it's very different than Utah.
Okay.
Very different. And so I think it's just adjusting to that difference and like, you know, figuring out like what's around. And for me, figuring out like the best time to drive, because, you know, it's very different, the time planning to get somewhere, because you just, with the LA traffic, it's kind of throwing me in for a loop. So I think that's what I'm trying to figure out is like, if I have to get to rehearsals there, I want to be early. And so I'm like, when should I leave? Because I was going somewhere the other day and, you know, my GPS said like 15 minutes, 30 minutes later is when I get to that store. And I'm just like, okay, good to know. And so I think it's just different. Yeah. And so I'm just trying to, you know, just adjust. I love it here though. I really do love LA. I feel like just, I don't know, like not like a new person, but I feel like there's like a part of me that gets like super energized from being here. And I'm just super excited to see, you know, where it'll go. And I definitely miss home and like miss the mountains, and I'll definitely be visiting a lot, and I'll always be a Utah girl at heart, but I'm really excited to figure out life here.
Yeah. Well, I know you are on a tight schedule, so just one more question for you. Yeah. I know that you've said that, so you think You Can Dance was your dream, Dancing with the Stars was your dream. Mission accomplished on both fronts. What is the next big dream?
Oh, I think I need to just kind of like figure it out. Like, there's just so many, you know, opportunities and doors. Like, I would love to be able to start like a makeup line for dance or something, or I would love to, you know, be in a TV show or a movie and do something like that. But honestly, right now, like there's a lot of like little dreams, but I think right now I'm really just trying to soak in what's just happened, because I did not think I'd be hitting my biggest dreams this year at 22. And so I'm just trying to just soak it in what's going on right now and really just be in the moment. And I'm just super, super grateful. And I would love to, you know, be on Dance with the Stars for as long as I can, and just keep building that and just keep seeing what's out there. I don't really have like a certain answer for that, but I think it's just kind of seeing where this goes, I guess, and kind of living in the moment and going with the flow and just being grateful for where I'm at right now. Absolutely. And I'm just kind of just soaking in that.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time today, Alexis. It was amazing chatting with you, and I am so excited to watch you this season and see what you do in the future.
Oh, thank you so much, Brianna, for having me.
Of course. All right. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.
All right. Talk to you later. Bye.